Howdy y'all and welcome back. Super short gear review. Today we're looking at a pair of boots. These are Garmont T8 NFS 670s. They're a lightweight combat style boot, kind of like if a running shoe and a combat boot had a baby. And that's exactly what I'm looking for, something lightweight for one of these days. I'm going to get around into doing a run and gun event, but for training and just on the range in general type of use, LARPing around, whatnot. So I wanted something light, something that would dry easily, no Gore-Tex or anything like that, a kind of desert boot, if you will. And the trick being that I have an A width foot, which is extremely, like nobody makes an A width in a military style boot at all. Berryville makes a B width, but their sizing is super crazy. And like right there on their website, they warn you like, hey, our sizing is super crazy. And it might be a size smaller than your normal or a size and a half smaller. And there's nothing more annoying to me than ordering a pair of shoes and then immediately having to return them. So I wanted to be able to buy them with some level of confidence. And my homie Martin, who is a great big dude with great big feet, like a 13 or whatever, he assured me that they are true to size, and like I'm an 11 and they're an 11. So that's awesome. But just eyeballing them online, I was able to tell that there's a lot of space here between the eyelets, and that means that I can cinch them in and get them to stay tight. So far so good. Let's go down low, we'll check them out on foot, and then we'll take them over to the table and get a closer look. All right, so here we are on foot. Forgive my nasty beat up chicken legs, but I wanted you to be able to see the entirety of the boot on my super skinny legs. You can see I've got them all the way cinched in at the top, but I've got a lot of room across the top of the foot so that as these break in, I can cinch them in even tighter and they will still have a little bit of gap there. And that for me is really, really hard to find. All of my narrow-footed folks out there will know what I'm talking about and be able to appreciate that. All right, so we're not doing an unboxing because I've already done a mile in them just to kind of check them out and make sure that they fit okay. The fit is fantastic. I'm an 11 in Vans, Nikes, pretty much everything. These are an 11 and they fit exactly true to size. Again, I have an A width foot, and that is what makes finding shoes or boots very difficult for me. And if you're watching this video, there's a chance that that's why you're here. So that's why I'm talking about these. So I'm not going into all the details of the materials and specifications and all of that. You can go check out their website or find a proper shoe reviewer, boot reviewer, who has probably gone into those details somewhere else here on YouTube. But you've got a very tennis shoe-like material in the sole, small lugs as opposed to like a large lug pattern like a traditional combat boot would have. That's probably going to be a win for most of these surfaces that I am traversing. So I like that. Extremely lightweight. I forget off the top of my head what the weight is, but it's like 18 or 19 ounces or something like that. Super, super lightweight. Very cool. They're not quite speed laces. They're all contained, and I have knotted them at the top. The laces are extra long, and then I do a loop through back here, lace them up or tie them up and then tuck them in. But I like that they're extra long. That way I can knot them at the top and not have to constantly always find my way back through that top one or two. But I really like this little cam kind of pulley guy going on right there. It lets me really crank them down tight, and it doesn't feel like I'm going to be busting out the lace on that one notch right there. So that's a pretty cool design feature. And going into the insoles, they have an extremely thin, lightweight. So as these break in and loosen up, I probably will end up going in with a little bit thicker, like a super feet or something, to just kind of fill up that space. Most of y'all, that wouldn't be a problem, but if you're narrow-footed like I am, you know what I'm talking about. So that's kind of just the quick rundown. Very, very, very comfortable right out of the box. Little tiny bit of heel slippage that I know over time, as these conform to my feet, that will go away and I'll be able to crank them down a little tighter. So see you back up top. All right, and so that's it. Super short review. I'll be doing updates on these over time. Obviously, these aren't going to be a daily wear like the Woobies that I've been beating the crap out of for the last year and a half. These will take a little longer to do my reviews over time, but I'll be doing some workouts in them. So hopefully that will punish them a little bit. And then hopefully I'll get to do some real actual maneuvering around in them and report back to you as soon as I can. Until next time, be easy, y'all.